In the small town of Hollow Brook, children gathered around old VHS tapes, passed down among siblings, friends, and then to the next generation. The tapes contained episodes of the long-forgotten animated series called Vulrun's Quest. The protagonist, a fox-like warrior named Vulrun, was beloved for his charm and his epic sword, shimmering with a blue emanation. One foggy evening, 13-year-old Danny found an old box of VHS tapes in his attic. The box didn't I² beta negation beta T belong there. It was unopened, coated with years of dust, and had unfamiliar markings on it. Intrigued, Danny took a tape from the box labeled, Vulrun's Quest, The Journey Beyond. Inserting the tape, the grainy screen lit up. Vulrun, with his radiant orange armor, blue scarf billowing, stood in the woods. Shadows seemed to dance at the edge of the frame, but Danny's attention was on Vulrun, whose cheerful voice filled the room. "Hello, brave adventurers," Vulrun exclaimed, raising his blue sword. "Today, we journey to the edge of the world, where shadows whisper and secrets lie." As Vulrun moved forward, Danny noticed something odd. The background of the usually vibrant cartoon world had taken on a much darker tone. Trees, starkly outlined against the grey sky, seemed almost too real, their branches like skeletal arms reaching out. The animation flickered, lines blurring momentarily, and Danny felt a chill run down his spine. Vulrun continued, his journey depicted in ominous detail, revealing an undercurrent of dread. Danny couldn't help but feel something was off. The once fun and whimsical adventures took on a progressively sinister air. Strange characters appeared with blank eyes, mumbling incoherent warnings. Between episodes, distorted messages flashed on the screen for just a fraction of a second, but enough to send goosebumps racing along Danny's arms. "He is watching. Do not follow. Return before dawn." Ignoring the warnings, Danny was entranced by the ever-darkening quest. Vulrun's final destination was a blackened hollow at the heart of the forest, a place shrouded in palpable fear. Vulrun's sword, usually glowing, flickered as shadows grew denser, almost as if they were alive. Nearby objects in Danny's room started to mimic the unsettling darkness on screen. He rubbed his eyes, thinking it was just his imagination. Vulrun paused in front of a massive tree, its form unnaturally twisted. Turning to the screen, he whispered, "Beware what you uncover, young viewer. Some truths are not meant for the light." The screen then cut to static, filling the room with a soft hissing. Danny, heart pounding, tried to eject the tape, but the player wouldn't budge. A final message flashed, "He is coming." Danny felt an icy hand on his shoulder. Spinning around, eyes wide with fear, he saw nothing but the familiar clutter of his room. The static abruptly stopped, and the player ejected the tape. That night, Danny dreamt of Vulrun. In the dream, Vulrun stood at the edge of the real world and the animated one, guarding a veil shimmering like his blue sword. "Now you know," Vulrun said softly. "Some stories should never be finished." Danny woke with a start. Morning light filtered through his window, banishing the lingering shadows. Taking the tape back to the attic, he placed it in the box, feeling an urgent need to forget. He later told his friends vague details about the tape, warning them not to watch it alone. Years passed, and the tale of Vulrun's Quest, The Journey Beyond, became town legend, a whispered warning among children. Danny never saw the tape again, but sometimes, on foggy nights, he'd notice the flicker of shadows, hear a distant whisper, reminding him that some quests are best left incomplete. And so, Danny's life returned to normal, the legend of Vulrun's darker journey fading into memory, the fox-like warrior returning to his rightful place as a mere cartoon hero. Life in Hollow Brook went on, under the watchful eyes of old trees, where shadows still danced but secrets remained buried.